are not going to get anywhere in life, spiritually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn what people think about you. As long as you worry about what other people think about you, you will be mediocre. It only matters what you believe about yourself. Believe in yourself as a successful person. Believe that you can and you will. But until you believe you can, you won't.
Peace and elevation, family. It's your boy Drew from Nora, the living survival manual, here to teach you different ways to see your greatness by investing in yourself.
Supreme peace and constant elevation. Supreme peace and constant elevation. Elevation. See your greatness. You know it. Feel the pressure sitting on your shoulders from the weight of it all. Struggling to see yourself become what you believe in. All the concentration leaves you falling flat upon your face. Competing outwardly within the hamster wheel of the rat race. Society calls for you to be constricted, bound to the vision of the life they want you living. Success measured by the other people's agenda to stick you in comparison to the 1% of the winners. But you see, life is what you make it. Supreme peace and constant elevation. With some prayer and application. It's about time you see your greatness. It's about time that you see your greatness. It's about time you see your greatness. Supreme peace and constant elevation. It's about time you see your greatness. You know it. SYG. See your greatness. And DSV.
Looking to enhance your brand or develop skills that build meaningful connections? See Your Greatness Studios is Richmond's leading platform for content creation, brand development, and personal growth. We provide creators, entrepreneurs, and professionals with essential tools and resources, from photography to podcasting to mentorship and more. Explore how we can support your journey and help you achieve and sustain excellence.
Yes, Zersky, peace, love, and light. It is the God, Lord Christopher, the living survival manual, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. The truest keys to success. Peace, family. We back with another episode. Finally, man. I'm glad to be here. Let me go ahead and show some gratitude. For those who are celebrating the new year, I appreciate y'all. 1, 2, Happy New Year. 3, this is going to be a new beginning to us, just continuing to stay on flow, continuing to stay in the process, and continuing to follow the Most High steps. And stand strong in our mission to, elevate, motivate, and enlighten our people to see their greatness by investing in themselves, right? So, I'm thankful for this opportunity to, constantly, pour into people who, are seeking knowledge, right? Excuse me. And, it can be in a multitude of different ways. They can be seeking knowledge through just counsel. It can be seeking knowledge through trying to learn how to elevate from the position that they're in, especially if I'm an individual who they can see as a mentor or someone who has value for them to be able to excel in whatever stages they are in this moment. So 2025, man, we got some great things that we're going to continue to push forward to, and I'm looking to help other individuals do the exact same thing. I felt like I wanted to do a shift with this channel. I wanted to do a little bit more education with this channel, in the sense of like how to correlate having a brand, a personal brand, building that personal brand, but also how it relates to personal growth within yourself, your spiritual growth, your financial growth, and a multitude of different areas that we have to invest in and mold in culture in order for us to live in our greatness and be the greatest versions of ourselves, right? And last year I got a lot of feedback in regards to individuals who watched my channel or who tap into the live channel and things of that nature, or live stream rather, and things of that nature. I had a lot of questions of individuals, who were either just scared to start or they just didn't know how. So one, I wanted to, bring that as something to discuss today, and a small little, I guess you could say, master class that I want to, start implementing on the channel as well, where I'll weekly have a theme, and we'll dive deep into that theme and how this particular theme or discussion that we're having could help, one, hold us accountable in our lives, but help us elevate each and every area in our life that we're seeking to elevate. Essentially, with me, I felt like it was, very, very important for last, especially, since I've started, building a business or building a brand. Last year, I felt like it was very, very important for me to establish myself as someone who was capable of giving knowledge to individuals. And once I put that, put those hours in establishing that, I guess you could say, type of presence, now I'm in a space to where I honestly feel like I'm confident, like 100% confident with teaching people how to do the exact same thing, if not as good as me, but even better. And so, yeah, man, we're back, man. We're back in this new year with new vibes. You dig what I'm saying? So we're always going to, again, have a theme throughout the week that we're going to talk about to start, the month off or the year. And we're also going to also tap into other information as far as, branding and business, and how it's important for some individuals who are seeking the knowledge to starting a brand or a business, how it's important to follow protocol, certain steps, and to move properly, so that you don't, follow the pitfalls that others have, such as myself. Like, I've went through a multitude of different shifts and changes, especially in business, and it does affect your personal life. So that helped me realize that, everything is in sync with each other. If you're not right spiritually, your business isn't spiritually going to be right. So, I wanted to take this year to, have a mindset change or a mindset shift within myself, and, help other individuals experience the same thing. We're going to go through this journey together. There are going to be things that I learned on my journey as well, as a teacher, but also as a student, because I feel as though it's very, very important for people like myself who are looked at as someone who is trustworthy, who is looked at as someone who is very knowledgeable and aware of certain things. Like, I hold myself to a high degree of ensuring that I'm always staying educated and that I'm always doing what I need to do, so that I'm able to, give you guys knowledge and information. So, yeah, man. So what I did this time, or this go around, I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to actually create a PowerPoint, and I'm going to start doing actual, what I'm saying, PowerPoints of, the themes and the topic of discussion, things of that nature. Let me see if I can get this up. Let me see. Got it. My computer is moving a little slow, so just bear with me, y'all. We're gonna work through this. We are going to work through this now. If I can, because I want to be able to play it. Um, all right. Maybe if I do this, let's see. All right, there we go. All right, let me go back. Let me see if I could present my screen, share screen, if it'll show. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let me see how I can get this up there, y'all. 1 second. My apologies. maybe add it as from your computer. That's not working. I'm having technical difficulties with getting the presentation up. All right, let me see. We're gonna figure this thing out. And again, these are the type of things that you'll encounter um when you're building, and when you're establishing a brand, when you're in business, you're gonna end up in situations that are not in your favor. So you have to work through it. All right, present. Let me see, share screen, window. There we go. All right, there it is. Let me see. Hmm. There it is coming. It's loading there. There it is. There it is. Okay, okay. So let me go here. All right, man. The year of conflict resolution 2025, presented by See Your Greatness Studio. This is episode 2072. I was about to say 27. This is episode 72 of the See Your Greatness podcast, man. And this is what we're gonna start talking about to start off the quarter, right? We got January, February, March. The year is usually broken down into 4 quarters, in which you got to figure out a strategy or start implementing and learning new skills in order for you to be able to excel within that year, or with what we're now calling cycles, because we have to understand that we're no longer living in years, but we're living in cycles. We're going through different cycles, right? So I felt like it was very, very important for us to tap in and talk about how to develop good conflict resolution skills within this year, being that this is the 9 year. In numerology, 2 + 2 + 5 = the number 9, and number 9 in supreme mathematics simplifies down to understanding of being reborn again, right? We just came out of an 8 year. 2 + 2 + 4 = 8, which was a build and destroy year. If you look around at a multitude of different industries, whether it's the entertainment and music industry, sports, politics, the government, whatever industry that you want to look into, there were a lot of conflicts, right? There were a lot of um, things that were being exposed, to the public, that usually in the past was not exposed before. And that is all by design. That is all by the design of the Most High. Why? Because all truths have to come to light, and there's nothing that can be left in the dark anymore. Especially if we all, as a whole consciousness, right? Because I'm no different than the next person, because the next person is just an unhealed version of myself when you get to deeper level of knowledge. But with that understanding that okay, some things have to be destroyed so that new things can be built and implemented and brought back into our awareness or our existence, then you start understanding like, yo, hold on, these years or these cycles and things of that nature that we live through, these seasons that we live through, they're lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's not designed to be a loop that you're just supposed to constantly live through or constantly live in. um so there comes a point in time, I'm in my 30s, where you start asking questions like, what is life is about? What is life about? Like, what am I truly supposed to be doing right now? How can I essentially be the best version of myself? Like, how can I help my community? How can I help raise a new generation of individuals who um you know want to be the best versions of themselves as well? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got work to do. And when I started asking myself those questions, that's when I started falling into this knowledge of understanding, like, these years, man, as they go by, they're key. You know what I'm saying? They're key, and we have to ensure that we are tapping in to the correct things. All right, now let's go ahead and go to the next slide. But actually, before I get into the next slide, we do got to go over our usual disclaimer. We got to go over our usual disclaimer that we go over, because I want to make sure that, hold on 1 second. How can I do this? All right, there we go. That's better. But I needed to change with it though. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna try this one more time. Stop share screen. Present. Share screen. Window. There we go. Share. Pulling it back up. Pulling back up the presentation, letting everybody know that I am now live. There we go. All right, there you go. There's the presentation. Subtitles aren't available right now, because that's cool. We don't need subtitles. We just need the presentation to work. So quick disclaimer, and then we're going to actually get into everything. All right, the Bobs here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to achieve greatness through seeking new ways to invest in themselves. Everything is high level: what we think, what we say, how we feel, and how we act. But before we even get into the energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, right? We love engagement over here, and understand that a village pushes the trend, not just one individual. So the support is much appreciated. Also, take the time to visit the link that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, right? Join the SYG community on all social platforms. Book a one-on-one consultation to obtain personal guidance and much more, whether in your personal life and business, because I am also a mental health counselor, and I utilize every tool and resource that I've learned over my 10-year plus time being in the mental health field. I utilize that information to help people through time, so that they can do some spiritual searching, some soul searching, so that they're ultimately able to see their greatness, you know what I'm saying, on a whole nother level. My aim, or our aim at See Your Greatness Studios, is to not only grow the brand, but reach at least 500,000 to 1 million individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. I've been told that I need to up that number. So instead of 500,000, we need to put another comma. 5 million individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. Now, with all the information being provided tonight, I do have to send out this quick disclaimer. Please take the time to do your own research. It's very, very vital. Very, very vital. My content is intended to be used for motivational and some educational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances. Now, all together, we're going to go ahead and step into our God body energy with a quick prayer. All right. We always going to open everything up and get information from the Most High. So we got to allow the Most High within our space. Right. So the prayer that I wrote down, and that we're going to start every podcast off, is: Dear Lord, rule over my example so that I can walk in righteousness. Dear Lord, rule over my experiences so that I may walk in peace and worry not. Dear Lord, rule over my expressions so that I can show the world the joy of the Lord is my strength. Dear Lord, allow us to all see our greatness and live more abundant than ever. And in Christ's name, it is so. Now let's get into the vibes, family. Let's really get into the vibes, right? Go over here. Why focus on conflict resolution in 2025, right? Conflict resolution is vital for personal and professional success. And I definitely believe that when it comes to, focusing on conflict resolution, you're not always so, I guess, negative, right? You're always trying to find different ways or different solutions to a problem. right? For instance, right, I work in the mental health field, and I work with clients who deal with conduct disorder. I work with clients who deal with oppositional defiant disorder. And that's the main thing that I essentially teach my clients how to do it is develop different coping skills or conflict resolution skills, right? So when it comes to, say something in your personal life, right? Say you are dealing with a spouse who nags a lot. Not to say that my spouse nags a lot, but say you're dealing with a spouse that nags a lot. Instead of always getting into an argument or getting into a situation that is going to lead nowhere, actually start thinking in a different way. All right, well, if this person is always on my case about a particular situation or something that I'm not doing, let me actually take the time to hear them, to listen, right? And actually put myself in their shoes, right? When I put myself in their shoes, it allows me to be more aware of this person's emotions or this person's feelings, right? When I'm more aware of this person's emotions and this person's feelings, I'm now able to, again, like, put myself in a situation to where I can start saying, okay, if I was this person, how would I react? All right. If I'm reacting in a way that it is getting, I guess you could say, annoying to the next person. Why is it getting annoying? Because it's something that's constantly being said. Why is it something that's constantly being said? Because obviously you're not doing what you need to be doing the first time. So if you're not doing what you need to be doing the first time, then I need to start using that, listening to that, and actually start doing the things that I was told to do the first time, right? That's how you avoid having these disagreements. That's how you avoid having these arguments. Like, actually take the time to find solutions, right? And your professional success, right? Say you have a business and you're having a conflict to where you're having an issue with shipping, like maybe items out. You're having a conflict with contracts and things of that nature. Well, instead of getting into disputes with individuals, actually start looking into different things that might be able to help elevate your business. If it's a shipping issue, guess what? There are more shipping vendors out here in the world that may be able to, get your product out faster, get your product out in a timely manner as if it was their product. I was literally just watching this movie on Netflix. It's called The Forge. It's one of the dopest Netflix movie I've seen in a while. And the reason I say that is because this is for my men, right? For the men out there who need guidance, for the men out there who need a better understanding of how to, one, be a man and how to actually, become one. Like that movie, dog, it lines up everything for you, right? What is your foundation? Are you allowing your foundation to build you up to the next level? Once you're at the next level, are you reaching back and now helping other individuals get to that exact same level? But they all, in that movie, they all were like a brotherhood who was teaching each other from the principles of the Bible. They were teaching each other from the principle of, walking in faith, walking with Lord in Christ, right, as the Savior, walking and understanding that the Most High has a mission for you, walking and understanding that, you can't be in distraction anymore, right? You have things that you need to do, right? And it touched my heart because it was like almost like the movie was speaking to me. If I want to get to a particular situation, if I want to avoid particular conflicts, there are things that I need to let go that are distracting me and keeping me in a loop. Right. For instance, the kid had to stop playing video games. Now, y'all know I do video games for my live streaming channel. However, instead of me playing video games every single day, now I've put myself on a schedule to where, all right, Monday and Wednesdays are going to be my my vlogging, my live streaming, my podcasting days, and that's it. Those are the days that I'm allotting my time to be able to tap into those things, because now I'm able to utilize my time in the proper way to where I can focus more on the Most High, so that I can really be a disciple of Yeshua. You feel what I'm saying? So I can really, really start being a man in my household. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how us as men have to start thinking. That's how us as individuals have to start thinking, especially within this year of conflict resolution 2025. 2025 is a year to align relationships, communication, and teamwork. It's also a year to learn how to transform challenges and into opportunities, right? It's also a way where we can start building stronger connections through clarity and empathy. Very, very important. Why? This is the reason why we need to start focusing on conflict resolution within this year, starting now over this next quarter. All right, transition, conflict resolution and growth. Conflict resolution is a pathway to personal and business growth for sure. Tools and techniques to foster better communication. And it's how resolving conflicts build stronger brands and communities. Now, when it comes to growing, especially like, within your brand or within the community that you assist, or within, just the career field that you're in, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. And the reason I say that is because you're going to have to learn how to handle and manage individuals or people or clients on a daily basis. Like the career path that I chose is not an easy task. It's not an easy walk. I am literally dealing with trauma. I'm literally dealing with depression. I'm literally dealing with anger outbursts. I'm literally dealing with a multitude of different emotional regulation or dysregulation every single day, whether it's my clients or whether it's me dealing with that in the workplace with my work peers, whether it's at home. Like all of these things are going to challenge you, and again, like the more and more you get challenged, the more and more you're going to try to find ways to calm you down. And for me, there was a point in time where I started physically getting sick because I was like so stressed out, right? And because I was bottling everything in. I was resolving others' issues, right? Whether in business or whether like it's my customers and things of that nature, or my clients in mental health. I would resolve their issues, but I wasn't resolving my own issues. Like I wasn't relieving that stress. Like for instance, going to the gym to release, maybe getting a better night's sleep, instead of sleeping 4 hours a night, maybe actually take the time to get that 7 hours, see what that 7 hours of sleep looks like. Reading more, taking time to be more present, right? Reading books, things of that nature. That's one thing that I'm actually doing as well. You feel what I'm saying? It's something that I have to do, because if I don't have a schedule, if I'm not on track, if I'm not following an outline of like different tasks that I need to do throughout the day, like it's going to be chaos in every sector or industry or field that I'm in. And I don't want that. I don't want chaos in my marriage. I don't want chaos in my business. I don't want chaos in my workplace. So every single day, I don't know, I'm just wired that way. I'm always thinking of solutions to things. All right, tools and techniques to foster better communication. You're definitely going to develop different tools and techniques, right? At first, I used to be somebody who had to always, I guess you could say, get a word out. And what I mean by that is like, I always felt like I had to get my knowledge out. Sometimes you need to sit back and just listen and allow someone to speak, right? Analyze the situation, observe. And this is in all fashions, this is in all areas of your life. Just literally sometimes just sit back and listen. A person is going to tell you everything that you need to know and hear, whether about themselves, whether how they conduct business, whether how they treat people, whether how they resolve certain conflicts. They'll sit and tell you. So I utilize that time of listening as a tool. I utilize the time of observing as a tool and a technique to foster better communication. Because if you're doing a lot of listening just to rebuttal, then that's not really good or better, or you're not fostering good communication. You're not fostering good techniques to learn how to manage and understand individuals. It's just beneficial for you so that you can get what you need out. Resolving conflicts builds stronger brands and communities. It for sure does, because what happens is you start building a rapport. People start understanding that you're there for them. You're not there just for a pay cut or a paycheck, things of that nature. And you continue to just, help each other grow and evolve. All right. Now, as it pertains to branding, let's actually make a shift in understanding why like branding matters, right? Why does branding matter? It helps you establish credibility and build trust. It differentiates your business in a competitive market. It creates lasting relationships with your audience and reflects your mission and values through consistent branding. Now, I know we made a shift from, talking about conflict resolution to why branding matters. And it all ties in together because no one is going to follow your brand. No one is going to accept your brand. No one is going to even look at your brand in a positive light if they know that you are a person who always brings conflict. And this is like your brand is you as an individual. So how you brand yourself in the workplace, how you brand yourself in the community, how you brand yourself in business, how you resolve conflicts this year in 2025 is how people are going to look at your brand or at your business or at you as a individual. So it matters, right? When you're establishing credibility and trust, as it states, like if a person isn't credible, if a person isn't trustworthy, why would you even want to work with that individual? That's conflict resolution 101. I'm not even going to put myself in this situation to feel like it's about to be stressful or chaotic. I'm not going to work with that individual. Right? And so you should have this set when someone's thinking about you as a person or as an individual. Do I want to really work with this person? 1 second. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger. So, all right, there we go. Create lasting relationships with. Differentiate your business in a competitive market. Yes, for me, like that's how I'm able to differentiate myself. I make T-shirts. I do photography. I do graphic design. I do web design. I do a multitude of different things. But what separates me is how I treat my customers. I treat them like family. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to branding, I'm always looking to resolve individuals' issues. For instance, I was just working with a group of young men. Shout out to Isaiah, shout out to Chris, shout out to Jay. Those are kids, that are doing some great things out here in Richmond, Virginia, through their merchandise or through their clothing line. Like they're not out here in the streets looking to, portray an image that essentially puts them in two categories, either a felon or someone who will have an obituary. They decided to, instead of me get out here selling drugs or robbing people, stealing from people, things of that nature, I'm going to actually get out here and make honest money. I'm going to actually get out here and brand myself by resolving different conflicts, and the conflicts where, okay, my people around in my city need new hot merchandise. They need new hot gear to rock, you know what I'm saying? So that they can feel good, because when you feel good, you look good, and when you look good, you treat other people good, and when you treat other people good, other people treat you good. That's just the cycle of it, right? So, that's how you'll be able to differentiate yourself in business, especially in any competitive market, is like, utilizing what I stated earlier by, having that understanding at the beginning of this quarter until the end of the fourth quarter, that I'm always going to look to resolve issues. I'm always going to look to see how I can help other individuals become reborn again, right? Help with conflict resolution. I'm telling you, y'all, resolve people's issues, create lasting relationships with your audience. For sure, your audience is always going to remember that word of wisdom. Your audience is always going to remember that link that you sent them, that helped them, get out there and push towards opening up their own brand or business. That it's always going to be something that you do that is positive, that someone, is going to take that seed and grow from the concrete. Right? Reflect your mission and values through consistent branding. Got to stay consistent. one thing about me, I've been doing this since 2018, 2017. I'm actually wearing like my first shirt that I ever made. I don't feel like taking my hoodie off, but it's a picture of my wife. You feel what I'm saying? And she was actually one of the main reasons why I even started the brand. The brand was called Finora Finesse Finora 3 at first. And it was just 3 different ways to say finesse, and finesse meant intricate. And it meant like you're very intricate and you're delicate. And how I, implemented that into the brand is that, God made you intricately. He made you delicately, and the reason being is because you have something within you that has so much power. And if you allow people around you, if you allow your circumstances, if you allow things and distractions to, break something that is so delicate and so intricate, it can cause you your life. It can cause you, your gold. It can cause you your spirit. It can cause you your peace of mind and things of that nature. So I started from there, and I ended up, DBAing and turning it into See Your Greatness Studios, and then LLCing it fully and calling it See Your Greatness Studio LLC. And it all started from me just, having a dream, of wanting to create something, because I felt like I was a mini creator. I felt like, God, or I knew that God, rested within me, and that it was just waiting for me to unlock the door so it can show the power that it possessed, so that I am able to actually profess the power that it possessed and show the power that it possessed through my creations, through my words, through how I help and heal other individuals as well. So it's staying consistent, from 2018 till now. It's what got me the 2024 Comcast Recipient Award. It's what got me, grants. It's what got me, tens of thousands of dollars in generated gross sales and things of that nature, because I stayed consistent and I always reflected on my mission and I always held values. Like right behind me, I got pillars, right? I got 5 pillars that I stand on within You Greatness and just within my personal life, right? I'm always going to communicate. I'm always going to have discipline. I'm always going to focus. I'm always going to use my imagination, and I'm always going to have fun. Those are all the things that I implement anything that I do. And if I can't do any of those things, and I'm not doing the project, I'm not doing the job, I'm not doing the collaboration, I'm not stepping outside of my core values, my core principles to appease anything or anyone else. So with that, that with me branding myself like that, it matters. And that's why it matters. And that's what you should think about when you're about to brand yourself, when you're about to solve other people's issues and resolve conflicts and things of that nature in this world. Like, a t-shirt can go a long way. You know what I'm saying? A website a website design can go a long way. Taking somebody's photo can go a long way. Y'all can actually start building like true connections and relationships. I've seen brotherhoods built from it. You feel what I'm saying? There's a kid right now that I've helped. Now he wants me to be the godfather of his son that's about to be born, because of all of the knowledge and just love that I poured into him, as he grew up, through whatever situations he was growing up through. He trusted me enough to know that I'm always going to be there for not only just him, but even his kids, because I have knowledge and information and wisdom and truth and love and joy and God within me that all ties into my brand. That's why branding matters, bro. It's bigger than just self. Oh, I was on. I might have been on mute. I wonder how long I was on mute for. Oh man, I hope I wasn't on mute for a long time. If not, I'm gonna have to do this whole presentation over. I'm gonna have to do the whole presentation over if I was on mute. But hopefully we weren't on mute, y'all. I'll replay it back, and if we were on mute, we're just gonna have to do this whole thing over. But content creation, Canva, Adobe Creative Suite. These are some really good tools that I use to build my brand. You feel what I'm saying? Canva is one that I still use to this day, and I've been using Canva since 2018, and it's worked wonders for me. Like making designs, I've gotten huge t-shirt order contracts just by using Canva. Building like my Instagram layout has been through Canva. Just anything that you can think of. You feel what I'm saying? Whether you want to, design your photo shoot photos, create flyers, um, create business cards, any clothes. If you want to make T-shirts, and you don't want to outsource to different vendors all the way over in like, Pakistan, Afghanistan, those places, like Canva, bro. Canva has it all. Social media. Now, I've never really used Hootsuite or a buffer. And what I mean by not really use, like it was a source that I used for probably like a good couple of months, but I like to be more hands on. I don't like to rely on a lot of things. Sometimes technology is technology, but these are the top sites as far as like if you want to plan a post. Like say you want to post at like 1 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And on Friday, and it's Wednesday at 7:47 p.m. You can utilize these type of these softwares, these type of apps, things of that nature to plan a particular post to get posted. E-commerce. I actually utilize all three of these. I utilize Shopify for certain merch and artifacts. I utilize Square as a POS system or like point of service system. I also utilize it as an online system to send invoices, to potential clients, for or to start contracts, create contracts, operating agreements. What else? They have their own POS system to where if you have a brick and mortar, you can put like this system in there to do credit card transactions, things of that nature. Like Square is lit. I really enjoy Square. I've been using Square for a while, a few years actually. I think over 4 years. I've been using Square. Easy to transfer your sales to your business account. You can do instant transfer for I think a percentage, or you can do like I think like a 2 to 3 day transfer of the funds into your business account if you have an outside business account, and that's free. They don't take any money from the sales. The other good side to it too is that you can create an online website on Square. You can open up a bank account on Square. You can get funding through Square if you want to get business funding. Square is a really good platform, and as far as PayPal, it's just a system that you can utilize to accept payments. But Square has it all, man. Square has it all. Now, operations, Google Workspace, Asana, and Trello. Google Workspace is good. This is a platform that you should utilize, especially like if you need to get specific tasks done, if you need, to send out different emails, things of that nature, schedule certain things, reminders. These are, for those type of operations. If you have a shipment, if you have any and everything that you need to have something scheduled, that's one of the best tools that you can utilize as well. Now, when it comes to actually opening up your business, right? Let's actually talk about that. Let's actually talk about opening up your business before we even get to the point of utilizing those tools. I've grown aware that people don't even know how to even start, where to start, Even though we got Google and things of that nature nowadays, and you can just chat GPT it, you can just ask, how can I start a business? A lot of people aren't even, able to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of individuals aren't technologically savvy as well. So you have to keep that in mind. And I took it upon myself over the years that I've just been, learning about business, learning about branding, learning about myself, to just, put these things in perspective for you guys. And hopefully, these master classes, or these teachings, these webinars, these live sessions that we do helps you, along your journey. I believe it will. I've, again, made tens of 15s of thousands of dollars just by utilizing these platforms and utilizing these things. It's helped my family. It's helped me, do a lot of multitude of things. So steps to open up your business. First, you want to register your local with your local SEC, and we can actually go to. I'm in Virginia, and I can actually show you guys the website that we utilize to start a new business. 1 second. All right, so we're gonna put that there. I'm gonna present. I'll move that right quick. Move that right quick. Present. Present. Share screen. I'm gonna share this. So this is the SEC website right here. Make it bigger right quick. So on this website, you know what I'm saying? This is where you would go if you were looking to open up your brand or open up your business, right? So you'll go here, business, start a new business. Wait for that to load. You're gonna file online with the SEC. Once you click that, it'll start taking you to where you can create like a username, login, things of that nature. What I would also suggest is that you take the time to read over the type of business you would like to open. This platform also gives you, the different business types, right? You got a limited liability, LLC, right? A limited liability is an unincorporated association of one or more members, the owners who share in the profits and losses of the company's business. It is managed in accordance with an operating agreement by one or more members, member managed, or by one or more managers, manager managed. It is a limited liability company, is a separate legal entity, and generally the members and managers are not liable for the obligations of the limited liability company. Meaning, like, if the company was to get sued, that's the company getting sued. It's not the manager or the members that work at the company getting sued, even if you are, essentially like the owner of that company. It's $100 here in Virginia to file. And again, this is where you would go to your own, website, and in your respected state or your respected local agency, to figure out what the filing fee is. And once you actually, go through the process of, again, like opening up your account. So we're gonna go back here. Let's actually go there. So say you're trying to open up the LLC. You're gonna go file online with the SEC. You're gonna create your username and things of that nature, right? After you do that, after you create everything, I'm not gonna sign in or nothing, but after you create anything, you'll be able to pretty much go through a few steps that actually let me see if I can do it. Would it be the easiest? No, because I don't want to show you any of my personal information. But basically, you'll create a login here. It could be Jojo Brown. Your password 1234 Jojo Brown. After you do that, it allows you to you can actually do it before you create a username as well. But you'll search for the business name to make sure it's not a business name with already taken within your respected local state. Now, if it's in a whole different state, that's different, especially when it comes to, doing LLC. But even then, especially like for people like me, individuals who want to trademark stuff, copyright stuff, things of that nature, just be mindful, that so that you don't have to face any legality later on down the line. And I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an attorney. So I would definitely say, tap in with a lawyer or an attorney if you have any other questions as it pertains to that as well. All right, and this is the website again, the State Corporation Commission. This is the one that we use for Virginia. This is where you would go to purchase your LLC name, right? Now after you've done that, you want to go to the IRS website to get a EIN, right? So we're gonna share our screen one more time. 1 second, open up a tab. You can go to EIN. And these are all the things that I've went through myself, family. I literally learned all of these things on my own. On my own. All right. I'm gonna present window EIN search. Bam. Right there, literally in Google. You can go to how to apply for an EIN. It'll pull up the Internal Revenue Service website. All right. Once you get here, you can apply online, the internet EIN application. And guess what? This is totally free, family. This is all free, right? And you'll go over this information. It'll tell you how it works, right? What tools you can use, what you'll need, right? Your business entity type, social security number or taxpayer ID of the responsible party in control of the business or organization. If you're a third party designee, you must have a signed authorization to apply. After you do that, you just hit apply. If you have all that information, literally just hit apply. Oh, they must be in the maintenance right now. So sometimes you'll get this. So it says approximately until 7 a.m. Eastern time. But all you'll do is you'll input your LLC name, you'll put your social, things of that nature, and you'll get a EIN number sent to you within like the next 5-10 minutes. And that's literally your EIN number. Now, from there, I would suggest that you go open up a business bank account, right? Business bank account that I have is Chase. Chase is a good business bank account. Wells Fargo is okay. I also prefer credit union. So if you can get into like a Navy Federal or a USAA, that would be a good business bank account to have. Yeah, just do your own research. And Ally, ALLY, is a good business bank account to have. Like, look into banks that have good incentives as well. You feel what I'm saying? For building relationships or rapport with that particular bank. All of that stuff, goes into play. Like, for instance, me and my wife, we have a relationship with Chase out here, and every time we go in, you know what I'm saying, like we're able to get things pushed through faster because we're building relationships versus us just coming in there, depositing something and leaving, like not actually sitting down talking to the receptionist, or talking to the bank manager, or talking to some of the people that help us with different transactions and transfers and opening up accounts. Like, all of that, but like building relationships is very, very important, family. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. So when you're opening up a business bank account, hold on, I gotta bring this back up. Share window, share. So when you're opening up just find a good, a good business bank account that you can build a good relationship with. Now, steps to open up your business. Number 4, get necessary permits and licenses. Certain places, like if you, for instance, if you need like if you have a brick and mortar, things of that nature, you're going to have to get certain building permits, occupancy permits, things of that nature, just to ensure that you're properly licensed and permitted to, have the type of business that you have. And you do that through your respected county. Like out here, I live in Chesterfield County, so I will go through the Chesterfield County court system, and apply for, different permits and licenses, so that I'm able to operate. I have a license in my home because my home is my, my business location as well. I operate 2 businesses out of here, so these are both, not only See Your Greatness Studios, but it's also my crisis services business, where I have, like all my files and things of that nature. We don't see actual clients here because, this is where we, you know rest our head. But as an LLC, you, especially if you're operating small, it's only me and my wife, you are able to My apologies, y'all. I got kicked out of my own. I got kicked out of my own live stream. My bad. My bad. We're back though. We've been streaming for about an hour now. Um, Let me put this back up here. We were talking about, just building relationships with, the banks that are around you, so that you're able to oh no, we were here on get necessary permits and licenses, and I was saying, like, where we operate, we being that we operate 2 businesses out of our place, we're able to, get certain permits and things of that nature and just put them up in the crib. You know what I'm saying? That keeps us in code, that keeps us in aligned with, all of the laws and things of that nature that we have to follow, being that we do operate a business. And then set up a website and a professional email, right? I like to use Outlook as an email system. I've heard that you should not use Gmail as a good, email server, especially when it comes to business. They just look at that as, you know, I guess something that's not serious, right? And then as far as setting up a website, you can go through multiple website platforms. For me personally, I use Wix, I GoDaddy, you can use Square, right? And then again, there are certain platforms that allows you to build websites, like Shopify. You can use Shopify as a website. There are a lot of websites that you can use, and sometimes these websites also help you generate a business and professional email. I know with Wix for sure, they help you generate a professional email. If you need to, purchase your URL, so that it says seeyourgreatnessstudios.com, they allow you to do that as well. They allow you to get, a business phone, right? Because you don't want to have people calling maybe your own personal phone, so you're able to get that as well. You can get a PO box set up. There is a platform that you can utilize. Me and my wife utilize it, called iPostal. If you don't want, mail or things of that nature to get sent to your place of residence, you can get it sent to like a PO box, and iPostal, and the vendor that works with them or is integrated with them, they'll handle all of your mail and things of that nature as well. So those are the 5 steps that I would take, especially when you're starting your business. And I'm gonna add a 6, being that this is now in regulation. Make sure that you complete what is called a BOI, and that's new, that has been implemented. It's beneficial owner information, and it's something that you have to file with a with an agency called FinCEN. And unfortunately, family, if you do not file that information with them, what will end up happening is you will get fined. You'll get a fine, a big portion of money that you would not want to essentially get fined. I think I want to say it was like $10,000 or something of that nature. But here you go to BOI efiling.fincen.gov, and all this is just a sort like survey type form, basically stating that you as Christopher Drew Jr. is the owner of dot dot dot. You know what I'm saying? So you have to file this now, and I believe this is because not only them PPP loans but even people in government who have been utilizing the system or and things of that nature to get out of paying for specific taxes or things of that nature. So they want to know now that, okay, this person owns this business. And I'm actually take y'all, what is the penalty? So you can see for not filing a BOI. So you can see the penalty for not filing a beneficial ownership information BOI report can include civil penalties of up to $591 per day for late filing, and in cases of willful noncompliance, criminal penalties like fines up to $10,000 and or imprisonment for up to 2 years if you do not file this form. So that would be my number 6 after everything else, right? After you followed all of the other steps, after you went with the SEC, after you registered with them, after you've obtained the EIN through the IRS, after you've opened up your bank account, after you've done all these things, make sure that you fill out that BOI report. You do not want to get fined up to $591 per day. You do not want to have to pay up a fine of up to $10,000. You do not want to risk going and being imprisoned because you did not take the time to just file a simple report in business. All right. Next, we are going to talk about different ways to take action. We're coming up on our hour mark, family. So, let me see. I'm trying to present this again. Share screen. PowerPoint. If it doesn't pull up, I'll just read it and it's okay. We'll just go from there. 2025, right? What we're going to do to take action, especially within our branding, within our business, it's not pulling up for some reason now. Within business, we're going to reflect on how you can improve relationships through better communication, right? That's very, very important. We're going to apply conflict resolution strategies to build trust and clarity, right? We're going to equip ourselves with tools for growth in 2025, right? And we're going to commit to learning and practicing these skills daily. Again, 2025, we're going to take action with conflict resolution, right? We're going to reflect on how we can improve relationships through better communication. We're going to apply conflict resolution strategies to build trust and clarity. We're going to equip ourselves with tools for growth in 2025. And we're going to commit to learning and practicing skills daily, practicing new skills or practicing the skills that, we already essentially have daily. It's very, very important, family. It's very, very vital. Like, don't let this year slip away and you just repeated the same cycle. It's not going to be, a good time for you, your family. It's not going to be a good time for your brand, your business. Like, actually take the time to foster good relationships. Actually take the time to foster a better work ethic. Take the time to actually sit down and know yourself, understand yourself, be aware of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Conflict resolution is not only, again, just in branding, business, and in the workplace. Conflict resolution is how are you resolving things or conflicts within your personal life as well. It's all important, family. It's all important. All right, now let's go ahead. We got one last segment of the night. One last segment of the night. Words, which is 100 thought-provoking questions. Hold on. I think this is the old one. So we actually have a new one. Let me edit this question. This is actually we're on question 58. One question 58. Let me go to the question right quick, family. Go to the question right quick. I appreciate everybody who did tap in tonight. I appreciate everybody who tapped in tonight, man, because that lets me know that there are individuals out here who want, need, and are seeking knowledge, you know what I'm saying, through investing in themselves. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to do this every single day. We're going to continue to invest in ourselves. We're going to continue to just become greater. We're going to continue to become the best versions of ourselves. It's very, very vital. It's very, very vital. All right, thought. I wonder why it's not showing up. 100. There you go. And we're on number 58. We're on number 58, family. 58. I'm going to copy and paste this. All right. Copy and paste this. Paste this into the live. All right, save. Let's go ahead and upload the question. 100 thought-provoking question number 58. How do you prioritize self-care and well-being in your daily routine? How do you prioritize self-care and well-being in your daily routine? Every single day that I get up, I pray and meditate first. I know a lot of people say, well, I get up, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I do. No, I'm gonna be honest, I don't do any of that first. I get up, I show gratitude to the Most High for beating my heart, for giving me breath, for allowing my spirit to wake up and my soul to wake up and do what I need to do in this form while I'm here. I show gratitude in a way of just being mindful. I don't pick my phone up first. I take my dog out for a walk and I embrace the wind. I embrace the sun. I embrace like the trees that I'm able to look at. I embrace like every part of my being, my arms, my legs, my feet, my ass, like my chest, my ears, my nose. Like I embrace every single part. You feel what I'm saying? After that, I go work out. After I work out, I'll do a little reading while eating breakfast. I'll check my emails. You know what I'm saying? Just have a real grateful and honorable day. And that's how I practice self-care in a daily routine. Every week or two, I go get a haircut. I make sure that's consistent. Shout out to my guy Don, the barber. Like, he don't know how important he is into my self-care and into my well-being. What else? Man, I just do the best that I can to follow God. You know what I'm saying? The best that I can. I'm not perfect. You feel me? I will never ever try to portray myself as being perfect because there are things that I indulge in that also is a part of my self-care and my well-being that other individuals might not see as such. You feel what I'm saying? I relax in different ways that other people might not like to relax. You feel what I'm saying? So from there, I just utilize what works for me. And my mind and my body and my spirit tells me what's not working for me. And from there, I choose to either listen or not listen. Most of the time I listen because I understand that through listening and through, just building faith and trust and knowing that the Most High is leading me in the right direction, there's no way that I can ever think about doing anything that is going to hinder me from being put in the right spot, being put in the right position, being put in the right circumstance, getting that crown put on my head. You feel what I'm saying? As the true and divine king that I am, as the true and divine being that I am, because of what lies within me, and that's the spirit of the Most High. So that's how I prioritize self-care and well-being in my daily life. So y'all let me know, man, down in the comments, how do you prioritize self-care and well-being in your daily routine? I appreciate every single one of y'all, man, that has tapped in tonight's teaching, in tonight's webinar. This is the first of many. We had some technical difficulties, and that's okay, because we're going to get better every single day. I am still open to having guests on, anybody who wants to teach or educate individuals on different tools, resources, different fields that they can partake into to help elevate their life. You know, the floor is always welcome. You can email me at syg.studios@gmail.com, and you can also just visit it by hitting this link. Just hit this link right here, family. It'll take you to where you want to go. I think you can also scan this QR code. Do I have a QR code? I don't have a QR code. I don't have a QR code up here, but actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You can scan this QR code right here. I'm gonna present this. Scan that QR code right there, family. Scan that QR code right there, and I'll take you where you need to go. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. When I start with yourself, stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust your Most High's process. The truest keys to success. On the next episode, which will either be next week, Monday, or Wednesday, we're going to talk about how to actually unleash your greatness, right? For episode 73, we're going to actually sit down and talk about how to actually unleash your greatness. We got a fire PowerPoint discussing that. If any individuals want to be a part of, you know, the live show, you will have to, you know, be on the platform. Let me know. I'll send you an email. But for everybody else, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Quick power hour. These episodes, these podcasts are only going to run for about 45 minutes to an hour. If we go over a little bit, that's all in the love of the spirit, because the Most High wants me to continue on. But as of tonight, I'm so proud, for this to be the start of the new quarter, January 1st, 2025. We here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The real new year starts in March, April time. So, you guys got 2 months to truly prepare for that new growth and for things to truly be born again. And in the midst of that, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I know y'all gonna go out here and continue to excel. Make sure that you are resolving conflicts, man, developing conflict skills throughout this year, because you're gonna need them. You are going to need them. Trust me. I myself am currently in situations to where I have to use conflict resolution skills, and if I don't, it's not going to be in my favor. You feel what I'm saying? But if I do utilize them, the Most High is going to always show and prove why it's the Most High. So again, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, we all tied in, family. Peace.
Looking to enhance your brand or develop skills that build meaningful connections? See Your Greatness Studios is Richmond's leading platform for content creation, brand development, and personal growth. We provide creators, entrepreneurs, and professionals with essential tools and resources, from photography to podcasting to mentorship and more. Explore how we can support your journey and help you achieve and sustain excellence.